Hey kids, welcome to section 3.3, using a budget. Today we're going to compare the amount budgeted to actual expenditures. So have you ever been surprised by an unexpected expense? I know for me, one time I wasn't expecting my car to die and I had to budget to purchase a new car. Or if you get sick and you have to pay a large hospital bill, or your refrigerator goes out and you lose all your food and you have to go buy new food. These are all expenses that you need to think about. So having some money tucked away to be able to pay for these unexpected expenses is a good thing to do. So once you've completed a budget sheet outlining your past expenditures, you can use it to plan for future spending. So you've filled out that budget sheet, you've looked at how much you spend every month. You can then use that to predict what's going to happen in the future. But you may also want to prepare a monthly expense summary. This report compares the amounts that you have spent to the amounts that you have budgeted. So with this expense summary, you can see, oh, wow, I've been spending a lot more on food every month than I should be. Or, well, I could probably buy something else clothing-wise because I haven't quite used up my clothing money. So when you draft a budget, you should include something called an emergency fund. This emergency fund is extra money that you set aside to be used for unpredictable expenses like medical bills or vehicle repairs. Some people call it mad money. Some people tuck a 50 in their wallet in case of an emergency. So having some kind of an emergency fund that you can draw from to deal with unexpected surprises. So we only have two examples today. Frank and Minnie Zorn have always kept accurate records of their expenditures. At the end of March, they prepared an expense summary. They had planned to spend $340 on groceries, but actually spent $361.85. How much more or less did they spend on groceries than they had budgeted for? Well, they planned $340. They spent $361.85. So it looks like they spent more. How much more? Well, you just take the bigger one minus the smaller one. So that gives us $21.85. So they spent $21.85 more than they had budgeted. Number two, Kayvon's monthly budget allows him to spend $500 on shoes. So he plans to spend a lot of money on shoes every month. In June, he spent $275. Obviously, those new Jordans haven't come out yet. How much more or less did he spend than budgeted? Well, it looks like he spent less. And figure out how much less, you take the bigger minus the smaller. And so he spent $225 less than what he thought. Okay, that's really all the examples for today. You're just comparing how much you budgeted to how much you actually spent and then subtracting. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, keep calm and keep trucking.